Yo, what's up, guys? Your boy, Mr. Vince, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking about Invincible Season 3, and Noah did a reaction or did a review on it, so we're going to watch it and see what's going on. I don't know if you watched Season 3, but Season 3 is some fucking gas, man. So if you like the video, comment down below if you've been watching Invincible Season 3 and what's your thoughts on it. And, hey, man, at the end of the day, man, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Let's get it.
Go! Destroy everything in your path! Make them see Invincible! Make them feel!
Hey, shout out to Sterling Brown, bruh. Hey, he was fucking doing his shit in the voice acting shit.
Invincible!
Yeah.
Make them hide!
Yeah.
Season 3 of Invincible starts us off with seeing Mark's new training, and he is on fire, swimming through lava, going to the moon and back in record time, and dude was lifting icebergs with no problem. His speed has increased by 65, his endurance by 70, and no joke, his strength went up by 138%.
That shit
At this point, he's starting to live up to his name. Bro actually might be invincible. Invincible.
You had one job. Just the one.
And he'll be able to put his new skills to the test right away as he and Rex set off to fight some criminals who stole
The Declaration of Independence.
of all things to steal from the US government. And these two are really out here getting washed. While Rex and Mark were talking about his relationship struggles. Rex
And what's crazy is Mark was really not trying to fight these dudes because he was like, bro, if I punch him, I'm going to kill him. And Rex was out there just fucking having a casual conversation with this man, Mark, bro.
keeps telling bro to shoot his shot with Eve, but Mark is not going for it. And that man Rex can't go one day without getting jumped. Because why did Multi Hall come in out of nowhere blaming
bro.
him for Kay's death? Last time I checked, Kay's dumbass got herself cooked. I don't know why we blame
Hey, definitely got cooked. That had nothing to do with Rex. Like, shit had nothing to do with Rex, bro.
and others for her own incompetence. Mark was taking his sweet time saving them too. Rex was out here getting executed, and we still on that I don't want to hurt you timing. Like, come on, bro. Anyway, Mark locked in, and he started destroying Paul. Just for Kate and Immortal to pull up themselves, because apparently she's not dead. Anyway, that's enough screen time for Immortal. Y'all remember Doc Seismic, aka the dude with the CTE inducing earthquake makers? Dude basically unlocked his final form in prison, and he managed to kidnap every important superhero a part of the GDA. And even worse, while Mark was trying to shoot his shot with Eve, which, by the way, he dribbled the ball out of bounds like he always does. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, y'all. We are in Season 3, year of our Lord 2025, and Doc Seismic is still giving Mark a run for his money.
Bro, he had my man's Mark on the fucking ropes, bro. Like, they lucky that fucking fake Batman came in and saved their ass, because if it weren't for fake Batman, bro, these niggas were cooked. They were cooked.
Invincible by ass, nigga. Ain't no way we out here getting bent over like this. Eve too, she ain't safe either. Y'all are better than this, man. They had to get Darkwing Jr. and those one-eyed creatures to save the day. And Darkwing Jr. low-key tough. He's like Megami, but he actually defeats the villains. Mark was not with this at all. He started getting angry.
He was pissed.
Why the hell is this Negro here?
Mark, you can't say that.
And why the hell are they here? Stand down, Invincible. This is not the... Shut your bum ass up, Immortal. I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Bro, I actually hate Immortal, bro. Like, I hate Immortal. But Mark crashed out. It was insane. The crash out was actually insane.
Right now. Whatever poison that centipede stab had Mark going crazy. Dude went straight to the Pentagon and started interrogating Cecil. And basically, his whole excuse was that there was no point in letting talent like that go to waste. Which I low-key get, but Mark was like, hell nah. They both kill people. They gotta go. Now, we ain't just gonna sit here and act like he didn't turn Angstrom Levy into tomato paste. And he...
But he did turn Angstrom into tomato paste. But my mans didn't kill him. Though... he also didn't know he didn't kill him. So, I digress.
Still walking free. But while he had a valid excuse for that, honestly, it contradicts his point. I rock with Darkwing too. He did have Midnight City crime free, even if he did kill. But Sinclair should be nowhere near daylight. He deserves the deepest pits of hell. This leads us to getting a little bit of Cecil's backstory. Back in the day, before he was at the top, he was an agent for the GDA, busting criminals like Bootleg Stripperella over here.
You look ridiculous.
Bro, Loki had hands. Never mind, I'm just kidding. Dude got mocked by her. God damn. After this, I would have learned to teleport as well. The reason why he got his iconic scar is because of the bomb that these two were trying to set off. He ended up stopping the full impact by sacrificing himself, but his entire body got cooked. And similar to Mark, when Stripperella and What's-His-Face ended up being rehabilitated and started working for them, he had a problem with it, and he gunned both of them down in front of his boss. He ended up going to prison, and low-key I was scared they were going to kill him, but surprisingly, in Cecil fashion, he just ended up becoming the de facto leader, and the former GDA leader gave up his job in his favor, and that's how he ended up meeting Omni-Man. Anyway, back to the present. Cecil and Mark enter this white room. This room was made for Cecil's protection, specifically against Mark, and bro was not happy. Nigga says, what do you need protection for? While stepping towards this man with the malice of a pit terrier named Princess. Then
this man Mark was absolutely unhinged in this scene, bro. Like, he literally talking about what do you need protection for, and then proceeds to do what he's about to do right now, bro. Like, Cecil's a man, bro. Like, Cecil don't got those type of superpowers. Yeah, he can fucking teleport, but he ain't got no super strength and no shit like that, bro. Like, Mark was looking a little Omni, looking a little bit like Omni-Man.
The freak over here tried grabbing Mark by the arm, and he said, oh hell nah, took out his jaw. Then he started squad wiping the entire lobby. Cecil kept telling bro to stand down like he wasn't fighting for his life. And after hitting the most unnecessary impact frame punch, bro says the 5 words an MC should never say in a fight.
Is that all you got?
I swear, Mark always gets his ass beat after he says this shit, man. Y'all remember when he went up against the Machine Head goons, said those words, then Battle Beast messed his ass up?
Whooped his ass.
Never learned. And Mark was talking shit. He said, we're gonna do this my way or my way, and went after Cecil, but Cecil had a backup plan. Turns out he installed an earpiece in Mark's head on some Illumi timing so he can control Mark's rampages. That thing got range too. He tried to fly away, but he was sent right back down. And at this point, Mark was running out of options.
Oh, my back.
So he went to the Guardians base to ask Rudy for help, but Cecil was on his ass there too. The Guardians were on that though, especially Rex, that's his homeboy.
God damn it, Rex!
They took out those creatures with ease. Bulletproof really be throwing a mean right hook, and Rex had the bright idea to blow up Cecil's hand, but the control had a dead man switch, so it didn't work, and Mark was out here getting his ass jumped. But once Rudy blocked that frequency, it was up. Mark cooked the hell out of every last one of them. Dude was tearing them to shreds, no problem. And this nigga Cecil got balls, bro. Dude was talking hella. He had the gall to tell Mark not to do that shit again. Does he know who he's talking to? Mark had to set it straight. He choke slammed him and told him to not play with him again, or else he would end his life. Mark doesn't throw threats like that out for fun. He meant that with his entire soul. Cecil better watch out. Anywho, back to the Guardian's base. They're out here cleaning the mess, and Immortal bum ass, who somehow wasn't at the scene earlier, probably too busy giving Duplicate that immortal meat, was trash talking Mark about how Cecil lets him get away with too much. He probably just mad that nobody would put that much effort into stopping him.
My man's Immortal just be mad because fucking Omni-Man washed his ass, bro. Like, at the end of the day, that's the only thing he'd be really upset about is fucking getting washed by Omni-Man.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, is gonna lose sleep over an Immortal rampage. And then useless Kate wanna come in dick riding per usual, and somehow she made this entire thing about her. Rex was talking about missing the team, and she wanna talk about I died to be here. Then she had the audacity to tell Ray that she went through just as much as she did, and even more. Ray was fighting for her life for 6 months while you were up in Alaska running solo squads on that Immor cock. This idiotic comment, along with more Immortal yammering, leads to Rex and most of the original team to leave, along with Bulletproof. Samson was distraught as hell when bro left. I know it hurt to see the only other black brother leave as well. See, this is why we don't let mid-mortal and more bum lead the team. If Rudy was leading, this wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
They'll be back.
I was about to say, they definitely, as soon as he said that shit, I was like, bro, they not coming back. Because Samson was like, you sure about that shit? Like, hell no, they won't coming back.
Moving on. It's been a while since we've seen Mark's family, so let's check on him. The little bug boy who Omni-Man gave to Mark is now grown up and even has powers. His name is Oliver. And it's still wild to me. Omni-Man chose to crack a bug over his wife of 20 years. Although after looking at the Thraxians in the comments,
resexualizing these bugs right now is insane. Hey, but I get it though. I get it. Don't tell nobody I said that shit though. I get it though.
I low-key see the vision.
I see the buns.
Mark and Oliver start training together, And both of them got some new threads as well. Debbie also got a new man. His name is Paul. He's pretty chill. I like him. And I'm glad he's here because Debbie definitely needs someone to talk to about these things like Mark does with Eve. Dude probably spends more time on that rooftop than he does fighting, if I'm being for real. But I'm glad both of them got some good ones. Anyway, meanwhile, while that's going on, the Mauler twins are trying to steal nukes from a military base. So the fraudulent five pull up on them. And this is quite possibly the sorriest squad the GTA has ever assembled.
Where's the rest?
We're more than enough for the likes of you.
They've downgraded us.
Even the brothers were disgusted. And of course, it's not an immortal fight if his ass ain't getting cooked off rip. Thousands of years old and a win-loss ratio of 13%. Just pack it up, old man. The only one who put up a semblance of a performance was Darkwing 2, and he got fried as well. But before these two can do anything, Invincible hops in to stop them. And in typical Invincible fashion, he manages to get cooked for the millionth time. Are we sure this is his own show? Did every other villain get 138% stronger as well? You gotta be joking me, bruh.
That shit was kind of like annoying because, bro, like how does he get that much stronger and still dying or stupid? Like, nah, he didn't die, but like getting hurt by like dumb shit like that, bro. Like,
wait a minute, brother. If he's invincible, how can we see him? Oh, it's Invincible, dumbass.
Fuck yeah, idiot.
All right. Oliver had to pull up and show a nigga how a real vulture might get down. Bodied both of them. Then Mark got hit with a criminal two-piece that should not have hit this hard. And Oliver started getting pounded, so Mark had to lock in. Then the Maulers started up the rocket ship nuke thing on the base, and Mark went after it, which means Oliver is now all alone and unsupervised against the Mauler twins.
Hey, that was their first mistake, letting Oliver just be by himself, bro. That man, Oliver, he cooked. He was not playing no fucking games.
And this is where we see his inner Nolan come out. Dude took Mauler #1's jaw with this mean left hook. And look at this smile. Nothing but straight malice and evil intent over here. And after Oliver got bodied like this, he snapped.
He got mad as
Kid
fuck.
Goku and went straight through this guy's body. And look at this stare down. You cannot tell me that he ain't gone, bro. Dude was begging for mercy and he said something too late and took his head off. Dude was just watching PBS Kids and singing along to Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood 30 minutes before this, bro. What the hell? Immortal saw this and he was shook. Now he getting outclassed by kids. I know he having nightmares about this. Cecil pulled up and apparently Mark only gets a stat buff when he going up regular civilians, so he was on his ass. But when he realized what Oliver did, he took him up and they had a talk. And this dude, Oliver, genuinely didn't see a problem with what he did. He was making the same speeches that Omni-Man was making to Mark.
He definitely sounded like Omni-Man Jr., like no cap. Like literally sounded
They
like
had
that,
to have Ma Dukes come in and set the record straight because we're not trying to have an Omni-Man Jr. This man, Mark, can't have one moment of peace. As soon as one problem is fixed, another one comes in immediately. Now, he's getting spied on. And he wasted no time going after Cecil. But bro just told them that he wasn't behind it and to just go home. They was genuinely putting Mark through the ringer this season. Last season, he get some downtime, spend some time with his girl, go eat at the Burger Mart with William or whatever. But now he can't even get time to himself. When he was on a date with Eve, these two guys from earlier who stole the Declaration of Independence pull up on him and they're all like, blah, 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 Mark, we need you, blah, 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 help us, blah, 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 we're gonna guilt trip you until you come with us. And Mark actually stood his ground for once. But they forced him in anyways. These two guys are time travelers, and they come from a future timeline where the world has been wrecked by one man due to his insanity. Now, what man do we know is prone to making terrible decisions, destroying everything, and living a super long time, besides Omni-Man? Immortal. This man immortal. Let me explain. In this timeline, Mark ended up leaving the world and going somewhere else, I assume Beltrum, and he let Immortal become the king. But bro realized he ain't built for this and decided that he didn't want to live anymore. Only instead of throwing himself into the sun or some other BS, he decided to make everyone else suffer in order to have Mark come back to kill himself. That's the exact type of BS logic I'd expect from the mortal man. And you must be thinking, well, if it's immortal from the future, he must be strong. Hell, these two over here, we're talking about, bro, like he was Prime Bond or something. Dude took 10 cities off the map just because he felt like it. And Mark just be pissing me off, bro. Out here having Immortal looking like Broly with this wall drag. Ain't no way he let him hit that combo on him like that either. Bro finally had enough and took off his head. The fact that he killed Immortal wasn't even the best part about that day. Cause later that night, bro was finally getting on that timing with Eve. About damn time. So while Mark is splitting them atoms, let's go take a visit with our old friend Alan the Alien.
Alan, that's funny, bro.
To refresh your memory a little bit, Alan is a friend of Mark's, and when he heard that there might be another Viltrumite who could help support the cause, he ended up fighting Anissa and getting captured so he could free Omni-Man. Unfortunately for him though, Omni-Man was on his Thorfinn shit. He had no enemies, and he decided that the best thing for him to do was die. They was really doing bro dirty, taking turns beating his ass while listing his surprisingly short list of crimes. Alan broke himself out, then he went ahead and freed the GOAT himself, Battle Beast. Will there be any niggas worthy of running my fit?
Bro, Battle Beast is absolutely a fucking psychopath, by the way.
Yeah, you bet. Bet. And the two of them had to save Omni-Man just in time before he was about to get cooked. Battle Beast was itching to run the fade, bro. He was trying to catch a 2v1. Dude threatened to kill him, and he started licking his chops. Alan, on the other hand, started getting worked. One good punch, and he was down for the count. But Omni-Man clutched up, couldn't let his friend go down like that. And then these two started cooking, ran through the guards. Then Alan had the bright idea to just blow a hole through the entire ship, which made everyone fall out. Then they ran a 2v1 versus this Viltrumite over here, and they did him dirty. He threw them off, thinking that shit was sweet, but nah. Omni-Man and Alan came in with this devious ass finisher
That shit was
on
crazy.
this poor guy, man. Made me feel bad. Anyway, this next episode right here, episode 5, was pretty chill.
His ass was weird.
Mark and Eve were just enjoying each other's company, and Oliver was actually making friends and cooking his bullies as well.
Mark thought he was about to kill these bullies, but all he decided to do was pants them.
What the fuck?
I'm glad Mark didn't interfere here because he would have managed to get his ass beat somehow. Besides Paul getting broken out of prison and Mark getting his ass beaten
By
for the
a dragon.
500th time in this series by a dragon, along with Machine Head and Titan both becoming leads of their respective gangs. Also, shout out Titan, bro. He really made out the mud and became the underground leader of his city. And he basically answers to no one now. He's a GOAT.
That, and he made his city better. Like, he just didn't take over and just like make that shit worse. He made that shit 10 times better. I fuck with that shit.
But yeah, moving on, we meet this guy named Scott.
Hey y'all, Scott here.
You know, just hanging out with his niece and sister on this.
Okay. The Scott shit actually had me kind of tight, bro. Like, this part is cool because of what's about to happen, but his crash out, bruh.
Nice evening. Unfortunately, it was the very same evening Omni-Man decided to give Mark a personal tour through Chicago's infrastructure.
Yep.
So he watched both of them die right in front of his eyes. Bro was doing everything in his power to get rid of bro. And it's funny as hell because dude works at the GDA. He should have known exactly what happened. Got the footage and everything for this as well. Crazy. They really out here playing a mixtape of Mark's worst hits in the background, taking L's on and off the battlefield. But nobody's really listening to what he got to say. So Scott's like, I think if you won't serve justice, I'm gonna do it myself. Stole some energy storage discs and went to run the fade with bro. And I think the craziest part about him is the fact that dude has a government job, probably making over 6 figures a year, a loving family with a wife and child, and he's still moving like this. His wife is also a whole nother story as well. I have never seen an enabler on her level in my entire life.
She
If
was
my
tweaking.
girl ain't moving like her, we not locked in for real. Dude went down to the streets of Chicago and was just pouring his heart out. Y'all not hearing me for real.
Just for Mark to ignore this man and not even want to fight him is crazy.
Why do we have to suffer because of, why do we pay the price for mistakes?
I love
why
that part of the fucking
Dude,
show
the
when they
only one
did
who
that.
lost somebody, and why Invincible?
Immortal bum ass didn't do anything, but you not hating on him like this. He's got a good point. Yeah, man, shut up. Get out of here, boy. Job, bum. Dude really pulled up to the remembrance ceremony just so he could have a chance to run the fade with Mark. Did all that just to get dropped off by Adam E, by the way. Then he escaped from jail because apparently the GDA doesn't know how to up their security. And then this guy used his own wife and kid as bait for
This shit had me hot, bro. This shit had me twisted because ain't no way he used his wife and kid as bait. And then proceeds to cook them, bro. Like, bro, you did this shit. And then gonna tell Mark he did that shit, bro. Oh my God.
Invincible to come in and save them. He's genuinely got a top 5 significant other in this show. How many other women in this show would spit on Invincible's face when he's trying to save him? And in typical Invincible fashion, he ends up getting himself cooked and then electrocuted. But in the process, Scott, whose name is Powerplex by the way, ended up killing his wife and child.
Clown, bro. Clown shit, bro.
No, this is
and
all
they ain't gonna blame Invincible.
No, Scott, this isn't your fault.
You're right.
You're right.
It's yours.
This isn't my fault. This is your fault, Invincible. Niggas do anything but take accountability. Mark definitely handled this situation very well, though. Props to him. Powerplex won't have a chance to kill Invincible today. Just today, though, because tomorrow, something is coming. Y'all remember our old friend Angstrom Levy? You know, the guy that Mark beat to death? Well, it turns out that this dude somehow survived. Dude got turned into an Angus beef patty, and then he somehow had enough energy to open a portal to standby surgeons so they could fix him. He has also been the guy who's been spying on Mark this entire time.
Yeah.
Then he had the audacity to say that this was all a part of his plan. The villain's gotta learn when to take L's, man.
I ain't gonna lie, him getting his ass beat wasn't a part of his plan. He was definitely capping out his ass on that one.
No way that this was a part of your plan.
Hell
and this
no.
man Angstrom really has me confused because he really has beef with the one good Mark in the multiverse. And he decides.
And that's what his mom said in the last season, bro. She was like, this must be hard for you because this is the one Mark you can't actually figure out why you hate him. And he hated that shit and broke her arm and shit. Like, bro, nigga, Angstrom is a fucking loser, bro.
Yeah, this is the one I want to beef with. Hey,
but like I said, Sterling Brown did a great job his voice acting. Hey, man. And if you this far in the video, you should be hitting that subscribe button. Hitting that subscribe button. That's all I'm saying. Just hit the fucking subscribe button. Thank you.
So generational that he bought 18 other evil Marks from other timelines so they could just destroy mainstream Mark's world. It's low-key funny too because he's out here working with Sinister Mark, the same dude who snapped his son's neck off like a twig, talking about some
Oh, poor Angstrom.
like you're not trying to spin back on him. Priorities are in the wrong place, my brother. But yeah, Angstrom wants his get back, so using his powers, he sends the other Invincibles out into Mark's world. This is what you call a prison on your world? Pathetic. I won't even keep you as a slave in my empire.
He did say that random shit, bro.
I can use a warm-up. I've killed you before, and I'll kill you again. Best Tiger. How do you hope to defeat the so-called Sinister Mark was really out here getting cooked by a blindfolded man with a handgun? This is like getting crossed over by a wheelchair basketball. But shout out Best Tiger though, he a GOAT. The Guardians of the Globe were dispatched.
What?
No.
Y'all remember from earlier, most of them quit and went back to the old team headquarters. But Ray ended up quitting Heroine altogether. With that being said, Rex and Ray have been doing pretty well together. You know, they've been going on dates, going shopping together, you know, looking like a real couple out here. For the first time in Rex's life, it feels like everything is going okay. And those are the words you never want to hear your favorite.
If you hear a character say this shit, you know it's cooked. You know in your heart that he's cooked.
Favorite character say, dude was about 1 yard short from scoring a touchdown on Ray right here too. Man, I'm crying, bro. Niggas really just be doing stuff when the baddie's watching. Blew up his fit into the costume and started moving like Spider-Man. Like, all right, bro. The variants were hilarious, man. We had Mohawk Mark, who's low-key a GOAT. My dad owns Xbox Mark, who was straight tweaking. Bro said, I won't even keep you as a slave in my empire? I'm low-key offended for his sake.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
I know his ass be using slurs back in his world as well.
For sure.
Like, who gonna stop him? And yes, it wouldn't be an episode of Invincible if bro wasn't getting cooked by his own variants. Mohawk Mark put bro in a nasty combo, threw him off, came in with a gut check, threw bro up for the oop, and slammed him into the ground just to throw him up again. And he hit a quick 1-2 before choke slamming him. Nigga Mark is so ass getting cooked by his own variants. Weaker than him, by the way. And why go through all that? We can just pound him like this in the first place. And yo, they jumped the hell out of that boy Mark as well. Getting put into an infinite spin cycle like this is crazy. It was bad, man. Cecil and Donald got cooked by the weakest variant. They was out here sending kids, business baby, and even Oliver were in that field. I felt bad for Hood Invincible over here. Dude got jumped by.
I felt bad for Kid Baby, bro. He got fucking crushed.
Eve and Mark at the same time. This was a nasty combo. Hey,
and then
he's still getting in trouble. Fuck off. I got this. Swearing doesn't make you any cooler. I don't know what
He
he
told her
was
to
doing here,
leave.
man. I guess she was trying to help Mark, but if all you were gonna do was make some punchable silverware, you should have stayed in the kitchen.
Literally.
Now, you might be wondering, where are the Guardians of the Globe at this crucial
Sleep.
moment? Where are our heroes?
They knocked the
Immortal,
fuck out.
Duplicate. You guessed it, they're getting cooked. DEI hire Samson was out before we even saw him. Darkwing 2 almost got done the same way as his master. And Duplicate was really out here getting straight cardio. And Immortal was
always
surprisingly
getting
the
cooked.
only one putting up good numbers. He moving like Wizards Kyle Kuzma, mid player on a terrible team, so it makes him look good. I know Immortal hate to see that 1-2 turn around into the elbow combo, man. He got PTSD. This dude No Goggles Mark was so funny, dude. His imitations were killing me.
Help! I don't want to not be living. Or wait, oh, no, it was. Oh no, I'm gonna not be alive. You're a weird dude.
Immortal also gave Mark props here for once in his damn life, so shout out to him for that, I guess. But this dude No Goggles Mark got serious for one moment, hit a TSB down slam on Immortal, took his head off, and used it as a baseball to take out Kate. Which, by the way, what was her plan here? Genuinely one of the worst heroes I have laid my eyes upon. Shout out Darkwing though, he clutched, sacrificed himself for the sake of the team. Can't wait to see him again in season 10. Stuff isn't going so good at the team headquarters either. They're fighting this guy over here, Goggles Mark or whatever, but all of them are getting cooked. They had my boy Bulletproof getting built to ass, bro. There was no reason for him to get beat up like that. But
Nope.
Rex, being the GOAT that he is, makes the noble decision to run the ones with Goggles Invincible, giving his team time to escape. Shout out to the GOAT, man. He did his best, but when he realized there was nothing he could do, he blew himself up and took him out. R.I.P. to the GOAT, man.
That shit was trash.
Why did that
They ain't
have to
to
be Rex,
do that
bro?
to Rex, bro.
Why couldn't it have been Immortal or Duplicate or Immortal? Did I mention Immortal? Yeah, Billy playing in
been
the
Immortal.
background too. Like, don't play with my feelings like that, man. And even worse, Mark, for some odd reason, decided to bench himself in favor of staying back and protecting Eve. We had his little ass brother and even Powerplex taking out the variants, and he can't leave his girl for a couple hours so he can
Fucking
save the
clown
world.
shit,
Like, come
bro.
on. Ancient was watching this all going on. Like, very good. Meet me at the spot in an hour. Damn it. I hate this place. I thought you said swearing didn't make you any cooler. Damn. Isn't the swear word, you imbecile? Ancient meets up with the remaining Marks, and he discusses their next move. Shiesty Mark wants to see his mom again. No Mask Mark wants to see William again.
I miss William.
Oh, you like dick? Oh, hell no. You one of them.
Dude was standing so polite the entire time. There's no way he was out here moving like a demon. But the general consensus is to make Angstrom give them their dues. These idiots end up getting stranded instead. At the end of the day, they're invincible, so they're obligated to get cooked. And finally, after all that, Mark decides to pull up. And this was nice to see. Mark was not falling for Angstrom's portals. And even in the face of all his droids, he fought through and got to Angstrom in time. But this idiot didn't finish the job.
He always do this
Oliver
dumb shit,
was telling
bro.
bro to get the job done. He was telling him, but he's out here taking his sweet time, which allowed Angstrom to escape. Even with Angstrom and all the variants gone, things aren't looking good. The entire world's largest cities are in ruin. Eve's parents are here, and worst of all, Immortal is still alive. And even crazier, bro wants to retire? First of all, why did he need to announce his retirement? This isn't an airport, man. You don't have to announce your departure. We good
Nope.
off that. And
Yeah.
second of all, why did he choose to retire? To retire, you would have to have done something in the first place. You have done nothing. And even if you are, why now? You should have retired ages ago, man. You know what? In honor of Immortal's retirement, let us watch this montage of his greatest hits.
Oh no.
A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it nothing?
You light my fire, my fire. I feel alive. I feel alive.
Him just getting cooked is crazy.
Blow my mind, you blow my mind. I satisfied. Imagine this. Mark just got finished fighting all the evil variants of himself that just destroyed his entire world.
And then
His biggest
fucking
is still out there. Him and everything that he loves is currently at stake. And just when you think it cannot get any worse,
Fucking Conquest
stand
comes
ready
out of
for my
nowhere.
rival Worm. Yo, I cannot hit them deep voices, man. The worst week of Mark's life just got worse. Conquest Another Viltrumite sent to check in on Mark's progress. And when I heard him say
Anissa
the
told him
line,
she was
I
coming.
find this planet unprepared for the arrival of our Viltrum Empire.
I knew exactly what type of timing he was on. Entire world looking like post-Hiroshima Japan. And you saying they not ready? We know exactly what type of man you are.
Yeah.
Luckily for him, Mark was on that timing too. There isn't anything that he wants to do more than run the ones right now. And immediately they start squabbling. One clash took out the entire block. Then Conquest struck first, headbutt, then choked him into a mean downslam. These dumbass civilians really watching this like it's a pay-per-view WWE fight.
Fucking
Granny,
idiots.
get your ass home, bruh. You not built for this. Then Conquest starts talking. And remember what I just said about how he really doesn't care about spreading the Viltrumite way or whatnot? He proves it right here. Bro was begging for Mark to resist. I'm not here to run the show. I am not here to spread the glory of the Viltrum Empire. In fact, the only thing I'm trying to run right now is this fade, nigga. Mark.
Bro wasn't even supposed to even try to like kill Mark, but he was just like, fuck it. I want you to resist so I can fucking have fun. Like he literally just was there to have fun, bro, which is insane.
Heard that and hit the meanest turnaround jumper. And Conquest is out here smiling, talking about something. That's a start. Mark wasn't taking that though. He blasted him through multiple buildings. And I was like, oh yeah, that's how it's done, Mark. But this man Conquest comes out the rubble first. And even crazier, he brings out Mark. How are you gonna start off like this and end off like this? This is where them warning flags were starting to come up. Mark hit this 3-piece push away combo, and this nigga was applauding him for putting up an effort. Are we serious? Mark said we just getting started, and every time Mark starts shit talking, he gets a 30% decrease in stats. Nigga needs to learn to shut up and dribble. Keep the aura farming to real ones and get the job done, bro. But hold up, maybe I was wrong. Came in with that left hook, made Conquest hit the ring around the Rosie before going in for the double whammy. Sent him airborne, and this was nasty.
He looked
Caught
like he
him
was
mid-flight,
working.
gave him a knee, and bro really circled around just to give him one more. And now Mark's feeling himself. Niggas hit one combo and start just doing anything. Bro has never hit this pose a day in his life. But this is when Mark realized that he was going up against a real demon. Cause Conquest starts getting on that timing. Tell me why this freaky deaky ass man took his own blood from his own mouth and turned it into a heart before crushing it and attacking Mark. Bro was as confused as I was, and I do not blame him. He never did any of this tomfoolery in the comics. Mark ends up being able to throw him off, but then he makes the fatal mistake that he has made time and time again. He starts talking shit.
Every time.
Conquest and old head, he don't take any of that disrespect. And look at this frame right here. Mark talking all that heat just to get speed blitzed by a senior citizen out here getting fried on live television, ABC. Mark couldn't catch a break. Bro was on the ground fighting for his life. Then the ground started shaking and Conquest came in like my dad after he found out I got a bad grade in middle school. Hey, yo, listen to this real quick. I know Mark was fearing for his life out here getting bounced around like some laundry. Bro getting done like a ping pong ball. And can we talk about the animation right here for a second? I never thought Amazon would recover from that season 1 Omni-Man explosion. This was elite. But this next play by Mark was far from that because I kid you not. This man tried to hit the pause button in the middle of a boss fight.
Wait.
Type of shit D-ranks do in Sparking Zero. Got hit with that close menu button. There is no way out of this one. This is how niggas be when you up pull. You know how hot dude was talking not even 5 minutes ago? Went from all I want to do is hit something as hard as I can to wait, baby, don't do that. No. What you gonna do that for? Ass pose. Get out of here, bro. Invincible my ass. Conquest heard that and said, hell nah. Came in with the ABA down slam of doom and told bro, we not finished until I say we are. And Unc is a freak, man, because why is he wiping the blood off of Mark's face? Talking about don't give up? Getting pinned down by another grown man like this is crazy. Hey, shout out to Oliver. Dude came in with that swift uppercut to get him off Mark. And look at that smile. That is definitely Mark's brother. One punch, and he's out here feeling himself. Let's see what he can do.
Nothing. Slap the shit out that boy.
Nah. Run that shit back. Not only did they add the impact frame, but peep the pose, bro. There was no reason to do that grown-ass 1-year-old like this. Got him running upside down. Unc put his entire upper body into that slap as well. He on that MJ timing. Mark came in with the save, but it was to no avail. Conquest
And then
hit
he
that
told his
over
ass
the
to
shoulder
run.
stare and started walking bro down. Unc was out here palming old boy's head like a damn basketball while giving Mark a tour of the city. Once again, I say, Invincible my ass. Does this look like the face of planet Earth's savior? But
Hell
wait,
no.
maybe I spoke too soon. Mark barely dodged this attack, but then came in with this nice headbutt and a 6-piece combo before beating him down. But Conquest wasn't even trying. Turns out, he was just eating these hits for the love of the game. And damn, this guy is huge.
He's
Man's
big
is
as
6'4",
shit.
350 pounds? Forget the Viltrumites, bruh. He playing for the wrong Warriors. Put on a jersey. Cecil was stressing, and for good reason. The same dude who could casually pull up and end his life at any time he pleases is now getting mocked. Eve's dad really do be getting on my nerves, bro. Out here
He's
complaining
fucking
while
annoying
Mark
as
is trying to
hell.
save the city. Like, show your bum ass up, bruh. And shout out to Eve. Just woke up from a life-threatening injury, legs barely functioning, and she's still ready to go slide for her man. Speaking of which, back to Mark. He's getting the ass beating of a lifetime. At least with Omni-Man, he was getting beat by his own dad. Another nigga beating you like your own father is a different type of disrespect. Wall dragged through some glass on some Broly timing. Went through another building and got hit with a vicious
Damn.
down slam. God damn, look at him, bro. He getting held like a sack of potatoes. Imagine if LeBron threw himself an oop, started trash talking the ball mid-air, and then before it got to the basket, down slammed it with his 2 feet. This is basically what happened right here. On one knee, like he was having a heart-to-heart conversation with his son. This genuinely has to be sick. Trash talking his father in
Man,
front of
Oliver,
him, and he
bro.
can't do shit about it. And once again, Oliver is really a GOAT, bro. Coming in to save his big brother, he a real one. But at the same time, there is no reason for you to be this confident against Conquest. Dude just got dribbled off the fucking ground. There's no reason for you to be this happy. Conquest started describing in exquisite detail how he was gonna dismember him, and he was talking about some liar, liar, pants on fire. Are you good, bro? Conquest had to stand on his word. That bitch slap
definitely
was
slapped the
crazy
shit out of
work, man.
Mark.
Loaded up the clip a mile
Punched
away,
his man
and Mark
over
didn't
and
even
then
see it
tried to
coming.
rip him apart, bro.
Dude lost all his teeth in one punch, and Conquest was really about to rip bro piece by piece. At least Mark finally decided to lock in, save him, and then look at that. He ate that punch like a champ, and he was ready to rumble. Or so I thought, because the next
I
scene,
thought he
bro
was,
comes
too.
flying in through the frame. Grown ass man getting skipped like a stone. Look at his face. He never thought he'd get his ass beat like this again. Bro, like a surfboard. They gave him the Omni-Man
then he did
treatment.
the
Out here
Omni-Man
killing
shit,
innocent
bro.
civilians. And then when Eve pulled up to save him, bro got done dirty again. Rule 1 of Fighting 101. Never bring your girl to the battlefield. That is a
No.
recipe for a disaster.
Then he stayed on the ground for like 10 minutes while she was out here fighting for her fucking life, bro. This Eve shit actually kind of had me hot because I thought she wasn't real. I thought she was like a clone or some shit, but
Unless your girl's Adam Eve, because check out these moves.
You've got problems of your own, kitten.
Yo, calm down. She really got herself her own super suit. Then check this out. She increased the density of the air. She
This
can
was
really
tough.
just do anything she wants.
This was
Huh?
tough.
The only thing that holds Adam Eve back is the animation budget. She was holding her own for a little bit, but once the dinner plates started coming back, I knew it was over. I
Yeah.
was so happy to beat her ass that his right eye came back. And after that, it was over. Poor Mark. His
He
girl
punched the
got
shit
cooked.
out of her.
His dad is presumed dead. His brother as well. Conquest was really out here wilding. Grown man tears in Mark's eyes. And Conquest thanking him for the opportunity. He's a true brawler, bro. Out here ending lives for the love of the game. But don't get it twisted. Mark is not done. He ends up dropping one of his toughest lines in the entire series.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
that shit was fire. Hey, that line was fire. When he said that shit, I got a little goosebumps. I can't lie. That shit was fire.
Still talking while he down 3-0 and we in the fourth quarter of game 4. That's why he's the GOAT. Conquest was like, all right, then. You tough, little bro. Show me what you got. And Mark did not disappoint. Broke his own hand in the process of punching Conquest, but still got the job done. And he started moving mad. Left jab of doom, circled around with a right kick, and then when he got grabbed by Conquest, he said, nah, bit into his shoulder and took it off. Then he went back for more. Mark got bro on the ground and he started wailing on him, but then he noticed that Eve was starting to come back to life. But Conquest used that as an opening for this mean ass grab into the 1-2 backbreaker. Then bro wanna start whispering in his ear, talking about some,
I missed you today. It's always a little lonely when I don't get to spend the whole day with you.
That shit freaky.
I'm sorry y'all had to hear that, but unfortunately, if I have to feel uncomfortable, you guys have to feel uncomfortable too. But this is crazy. The Viltrumites, his own race, was scared of this man.
He did
Bro was
say
really
that
just
shit.
lonely.
He ain't
They
had
had
no
me feeling
friends.
bad for bro. Low key,
He's like, you can't
dude
tell
was really
nobody 'cause
suffering
I'm
from
about to die.
success. He should have met Battle Beast. They would have been bros. But nah, I would kill just to avoid the situation Mark is in right now. Grown ass man out here
Whispering in your
ASMR
ears,
into your ears
crazy.
about how he's lonely. Like, come on, bro. That's scary as hell. Told bro he would take this secret to the grave, and he would have if Eve didn't lock in. That near-death experience got rid of them limiters that she had, and she had Kamehameha on Conquest. But still, it was not enough. Dude was still alive and kicking. And that was when Mark finally decided to slide, put him in the dirt, and even after getting his hand taken out, he said by any means necessary and headbutted. And Conquest was still talking, so Mark had to put him to bed. These faces were crazy. That inner Nolan was coming out. And
He
just like that,
was on some Nolan shit.
Cecil pulled up like, damn, he actually won for once. Mark ends up recovering after a few days, and then he and the others go to Rex's funeral. I feel so bad for Ray. She really don't deserve this for real.
And after taking his body without his consent, I will also be taking his name.
He
and I
did
did
say
it because
that
I wanted
shit.
Monster Girl, even though I am a 30-year-old man that is attracted to a woman that looks like a kid.
I will say shout out to Rudy for changing his name to Rex and making this inspirational speech. But after reading the comics, I think I'm gonna hold that one.
YBG Don from DC.
What's your name?
YBG Don.
I'm not calling you YBG. What the f is your name?
It stands for something. Young, black, and gifted. YBG Don, that's what I stand for, Queen.
Imagine your girl at her ex's funeral goes up and says that she was my first everything. I know this is Adam, Eve, and all, and this is Mark. You know, Mark let shit slide. But imagine that. Imagine you and that shoes. You're not invincible. That look-y had me tweaking. I'm not gonna lie. And look at this. When Eve started talking about it again, not a single tear was shed right here. Bro was smiling. He knew exactly what he had. And reminder, Cecil saw all of this happen. Then he decided to let bro live. Is he insane? Of all the smart things Cecil has done, this is quite possibly his dumbest yet.
Yep.
This action will have consequences, but that's for next time. It wasn't all that bad though, at least for our boy Mark.
He got
getting
some
busy
cheeks
with the
again.
new and improved Adam Eve must have been worth that beatdown. But finally, the season ends with Mark finally telling us and Oliver that he won't hold back anymore. And if anyone ever threatens him or his family again, he will kill them. Finally showing us once and for all that he is...
I call Cap. I call Cap. I don't think he gonna actually kill nobody, but he might. Like, I guess we gonna have to see it in next seasons to read the comic to find out. But hey man, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Comment down below if you watch season 3 of Invincible. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace and love.